So this AI agent is a game changer for your businesses. Let me show you how. So let's say if you have a business that deals with a lot of PDFs like, invoices, contracts, or let's say, resumes. So I'm pretty sure your departments are complete bloated with all of these PDFs and they don't know how to manage them properly, right? They might be missing out on a lot of options. They might be missing out on a lot of actual intelligent automation that we could do to help reduce all the manual work. So let me just quickly show you the demo and then we'll basically be building this out from scratch. So you got a resume over here. Okay. This is just for a demo. And then we have an invoice from a company. So what will happen is, let's say if I drag and drop this resume, I'll just download this resume. I have it over here. And then what will happen is, let's say if I drag and drop this to my Google Drive, which is connected to the N8N, which is using AI agent. So you drag and drop this, you basically get a condensed summary of what the document is all about to your dedicated email. And then you basically have a label as well. What exactly is the document? Is it an important one, or is it something that is related to let's say primary or all of that? So let's just wait for that email to come. All right, guys. So here's the email. The subject says resume, new resume uploaded, and this has got every single detail about the resume, which is kind of a summarized view of, so that your HR department get to know before they actually try to open the document. And then here's the complete attached resume. So this is good. And now let's try it out with the invoice. So let's say this invoice is from a company which has got all the details on what are the fees that they are trying to get out of us, and then the VAT percentage and everything. So let's just try to drag and drop this invoice as well. Okay, so this is getting uploaded. Now this is uploaded. Let us just wait for another email on the invoice. There you go. So the invoice email has also come. So it also shows you this document is an invoice from CPB software, which is actually having the invoice number dated from Edgar services from all of that, and then with its it contains with the sign off message as well. So imagine how this is going to be super valuable to these businesses, where you could literally route this to individual email addresses. One could be routing to sales department their individual PDFs. The others could be routing to HR department only the resumes. So this is important, and this is incredibly valuable automation to have. So we'll be building this out from scratch in this tutorial. All right, so to begin building this workflow, you basically need to have N8N setup, which you could either self-host or probably use the N8N cloud instance that is free as well for 14 days, and you could set up it out on your own. So you create a new workflow, you click on this plus, it gets you to new workflow, and the first node that we have is going to be a Google Drive trigger, which is actually a Google Drive. You could keep it to your own use case, which could be Box, or let's say Cloudflare, or let's say any sort of third party software that you want to host your files on. So in this case, I'll just go with Google Drive. So just type Google Drive, and I'll be basically using a trigger which is going to be on changes involving to a specific folder. So I'll click on this. When you click on this, you basically have to create a new credential to work with. Now, I already happen to have a video on how to connect your Google Drive to N8N, so please watch that. And this is how you will set up this credential. And then the mode that we are trying to select is we are basically trying to poll through that folder every single minute. You could keep it as hours, day, really depends on your use case, but I'll stick to per minute. And then what we are going to do is trigger on changes involving to a specific folder. And the folder that I have is going to be this one. So it tries to give me error because I will have to reauthorize this. So I'll just click on this, and then it'll try to, say account connected. This is all set up. Just watch that tutorial. Maybe I'll link that out in the description, or you could join my community, gobuildwithai.com, which basically teaches you everything on how to set up Google credentials with N8N. So this is how you will basically be able to go through all of that step by step. So then if you go back, I'll just basically sign up with this, click on sign up, and then you continue, and then you select all the permissions. So this is how we'll basically, giving access to all of our files and the folders. And this is done. And now we should be able to get the complete files. So if you see the folder, I've got few different folders onto my Google Drive. You see, I've got this folder, which is AI Intelligent PDF Agent. So I'll just select this part, and then watch for what we are going to watch for is a file created. if a new file has got uploaded to that folder. You could also be potentially watching out for file updated, folder created. Again, really depends on your use case. So file created, this is what you will get, and then fetch this test event. So whenever we get a new file, this is what we'll get in the data. So this is, don't just get confused, don't just get lost with this part. It's really easy. I'll basically help you out with setup step by step. The second node that we are going to do is specifically download the file. That means whatever file that has come up, we are going to download that part. So let's do one thing. Let's just quickly go to Google Drive. And then the second node that we need as an action is download file. So you just click on this download file. Again, the same credential. This time, the resource is going to be a file. Operation, we have to use download. And from the list is actually the ID that gets passed dynamically. Whatever file you get as a trigger, you get passed the ID. So the ID that you are looking for is going to be somewhere over here, which is going to be under the, let me just quickly show that. This is the ID that you'll need to pass. This is actually the file ID. So just pass it out. Just to have a quick check, you basically have this file ID under a specific route, which is this parents, and then you have somewhere over here. If you look at the schema, the file ID is going to be under the spaces, capabilities. Let me just quickly check. And it's going to be at the root level, which is the ID. Once this is done, let's just quickly execute the steps. And now you get the PDF, which is the actual data, the binary file. You see all the file name, file extension, MIME type, everything. That means the file is up and downloaded. Now, the third node that you need is basically extract the text from the PDF. This is very easy because N8N has got a built-in node to extract the text out of PDF. So you click on the plus node and you just extract this out. Extract from file. Okay, extract from file, and then you have, let me just quickly show you which is that node. So this is extract from file, extract from PDF, extract from file, extract from PDF. And then the PDF, this is actually the input data, whichever is coming from the previous node. This data is this one, says this is renamed as data, this is by default renamed as data. And then you have to just use this data. If you execute this, you basically get the complete text of what that file is. This is a snippet that you see, but it will have all the text. And it will also have all the metadata as well, which is what is the version, what is the author, and all of that. But we are only concerned with the text part. So now what do we need is another node, which is going to be a basic LLM node, which is going to make a huge difference and is going to basically help work this workflow properly. So what do we have over here is a complete prompt, which is a user prompt that is going to get the text that is passed from the previous node, and you have a system prompt. So I'll basically go through the system prompt first. So you are a reliable PDF intelligent extractor. Your task is to read the OCR text from any PDF, identify the document type from the list only. These are the list. This is basically the document type that we are dealing with now. But again, based on your use case, you could potentially be adding more document types, or probably adding less, whatever you find is working, works for use case. Then generate a concise, accurate document summary, 3 to 5 sentences describing the main purpose, entity, states, everything related to, you could explicitly tell what exactly are you looking for in the document. And then return a confidence score 0 to 1, representing how certain you are about the detected content type. And then you have a JSON, which is going to get passed as document type, confidence, and summary. And then you have this few rules, which is never output anything outside of JSON object, and confidence must be a float. Okay, so let's just quickly copy this system prompt. Again, everything is going to get you, so you're going to get everything into the community over here, which is co-build with the AI.com. So join the community ASAP. And then I'll just paste, I'll just create a new node, which is going to be a basic LLM chain. And what you need is, this time you're going to use basically define below, which is going to be the text that is going to come from the user. This is the text that we'll get from the previous node, which is going to be this key. And then what you do need is a system prompt. Just add a system prompt and just paste the prompt that we have. Again, the prompts are going to be in the community. So this is done. And then what you do need is to basically hook it up with a AI model, which is a LLM. In my case, I've used Gemini because you got huge context window for 2.5 Flash. Again, you could possibly be using different models. In my case, I've just used Gemini 2.5 Flash. And then how to set up this Google credential, I'll basically be telling you that. And what you do need is to set up an output parser. Now, what I mean by output parser is whenever a specific AI agent is going to output something, it's going to basically output in this three fields: the document type, the confidence, and the document summary, which is going to get used in the further nodes. And then let's go and add all of this. So you basically set the JSON schema as this. This is an example, and then you basically add this, which is require specific output format, and the output format is going to be a structured output format. You generate from example, just paste this out in the example. This is how the AI agent has to generate the overall schema, and the model that we are going to hook is going to be Google Gemini. I've actually tested out with Claude as well. It works perfect. With OpenAI as well, just absolutely phenomenal. But for Gemini, I happen to have an API key straight away, and the context window is quite huge. And I'll basically be using this. So how you do need to set up the credentials. So how you do that is click on Open Docs, and then you basically just need to go to Google AI Studio. So if you go to aistudio.google.com, and then you'll basically have the API key over here, which is get API key. Make sure you are actually linking it out to a project, which you have to create. So you create a API key, link it out to a project. This is going to be a Google Cloud project. Once you have the API key, you just get the API key pasted over here. Don't change the URL. This is fine. And once you have this pasted, you'll get a message saying connection rested successfully. So this is good. Now I'll choose the model as 2.5 Flash. This is fine. So this part is done. Just click on save. The other part that we need is specifically checking the confidence, which is on how confident are you to basically give a rating on the document that is part of the document list that we have, right? So we have a quick check over here. That means the confidence that we are getting out of AI agent should be greater than 0.9. Again, you could stitch it out to a different use case. Especially you could, if you found out that zero point 0.7 is what works for you, you could do that as well. So let's just quickly copy this out. So I'll just go to my workflow, add a if node, and what we are going to do is whatever confidence that we'll get from the previous node, which is basic LLM node. I'll just run this part and let's see what do we get. So we should get something which is confidence. So let's just give this confidence value over here. So confidence is equal to, is actually greater than. So we'll basically do is greater than or equal to whatever you find it helpful. And it should be, let's say 0.7. Okay. Whatever you plan to keep. Convert types were required. This is essential in some cases if you're dealing with some other data type, but for now it's fine. I'll leave it as it is. And then once you click on execute step, you basically have a confidence on the two branch because you get two different routes. One when the confidence is upwards of 7 or 0.7, and then whenever it's lower than 0.7. So if it's positive, that means if it is greater than 0.7, you have to do few more things to it, which is specifically download the file again and send the file as an attachment and just label it out. So what we'll do is just download the file again. Now this step is essential because I'll tell you why. So you Google Drive, Google, just select the action, download a file. And what do we need over here is the actual file ID that is passed. So we'll just copy paste from the file ID itself. This is the file ID that we got. We'll download the same file. This is the ID. And then this is good. Execute the step. You have the file again. And then what you need to do is draft the email. So you go to Gmail node, send the email, send a message, and then you have to use this credential. This credential again, same thing. I already happen to have a video on how to do it. Resource is going to your message, operation is sent, and this is where you'll basically be routing it out based on the document type. So you could potentially be adding a if node over here, which says if document type is invoice, you route it to invoices at yourcompany.com. If it is resumes, you basically route it to resumes at yourcompany.com. So this is how simple it is to do. But for now, I'll basically just copy paste what I have. So you go to send message. So I'm basically routing it out to the same email address over here. And this is what the subject is. So I'll just add my email address. I'll add a subject. And this is the subject. again, you could, this is based on the document type. So basically, whatever you have is coming from the AI agent, which is, so if you just remove this part, I'll just get it done again. So you have to just use this document type, and then this is what you'll have. So I'll just do uppercase quick to uppercase to uppercase, which means you have a complete caps over there. This is the subject, and then the HTML message. You could be using the complete summary, which is again coming from AI. So if you just copy paste the summary, okay, and just add a quick thanks, growth, or let's say AI assist, just signing it off with a message. I think that is good. When you execute this, you basically get a new email into your inbox, and then the last thing that you need to do is just label it out. Again, this is optional, this particular part, but again, I have found whoever businesses that I've worked with has got this option to label a message, so you could potentially be labeling it out, which is just adding a label, same like we did. So just go and Gmail, and then add a label to a message, and the message ID is going to be this one, whatever you have, and we'll select a label which is based on whatever we have. So you can keep it as inbox or whatever you plan to have. So if you execute this, you basically have a label created on top. So this is how this AI agent would work. And hope you like the video. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe and like the content. I'll be more than happy to share you uh, such more more such videos, and do let me know how you how you are finding this AI build, and thank you.